morning. This is Doug from Rusted Ridge Garage. It is cold. It's cold, but we're going to try to get some stuff done today. I don't know if you can hear that rooster crowing out there. But anyhow, so, okay, we're awake. All right, so let me show you what we got going on here today. You can see we got the car back and the cage has all been welded in. And I think the guy did a pretty good job. So we got it all done. Picked that car up the other day and got it done. And we got the motor back. So we got it back from the machine shop. Got it all cleaned up. And as you can see, I've got it painted and covered. So we're going to uncover the motor. And today we're going to try to... We're going to put the degree the cam in, and got this Jesel. I don't know if you can see all this. We got this Jezel belt drive that goes on the timing chain, and got rid of the timing chain, so don't go there. But you know what I'm saying. So we're going to get that stuff put together, and I got a friend showing up here in a little bit, and we're going to get started. Right now I'm going to uncover the motor and try to get... So let's get the motor uncovered here. Here we are. We're going to put the Jezebel, that's not Jezebel, Jezel, and you can see it's Steve over here griping again.
Louisiana
Steve, that's right. So we're going to get this thing ready. We're going to stick it on the motor and everything's going to go smooth. No, probably not. So, all right, what are you going to do first?
Well, this is a Jezel. It's a dry system, so oil does not get past the plate. First thing we're going to do is install the plate. It'll go on in here. There'll be a gasket in between. It'll sit in there.
Oh, that's pretty.
And that'll be basically once it's installed, you'll never have to take it back off unless you're pulling the crank for anything. You can change the cam and everything while this is installed. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and apply some silicone. Make sure this gasket's the right gasket.
And he got clear silicone. So don't send me no hate text. That was him that wanted to clear. I thought it should add some color, but you know, okay.
It doesn't need color.
It doesn't need color. He said it don't need color. Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and what is also cool, if you guys have ever messed with a big block Chevy and you wanted to pull your timing chain cover off to redegree your cam or advance it or retard it, you know what kind of a pain it is down here, because you pretty much got to take the pan off to be able to get that gasket back on there. So in this case, we won't have to do that anymore, right?
Right.
Once it's on, it's on. One and done.
So this comes with the ability to adjust it. It'll be sitting here. When you want to adjust or retard it, you just loosen the nuts and you actually turn the crank, which will allow it to turn forward and backward. But there's more to it than just that. I mean, that'll have everything up inside there. So our first step, let's go ahead and get this prepped. Get a little bit of brake cleaner here. Make sure.
Brake clean.
So Doug's deciding to help out here.
O'Reilly's brake clean. They don't sponsor us. We pay for this ourselves. But if anybody from O'Reilly's is watching, hey, you know, do what you got to do. Okay. It should be clean because we got it back from the machine shop. But look at this.
Yeah.
So that's the next point that you guys need to know. It's just because you got it back from the machine shop and they cleaned it, and most of you know this, it's not clean. We got this back and we scrubbed it, all the oil passages is in the cylinders, and we still got a lot of stuff out of it. Because you got to remember when they crosshatch those, when they, you know what I'm saying, hone your cylinders, and dirt gets in them little grooves in them crosshatches, and that don't come out. You got to wipe that out. And we just clean it till everything comes out. We don't have nothing else on our rag. Because nobody wants dirt, right? You've heard them say, cleanliness is next to godliness. Do you know that's really not in the Bible, by the way? People think it is, but it's not in there. So if any of you is watching, you're saying, oh, no, I don't think he's right. Look it up, and if you find it, let me know, because it's not in there.
You know, I just realized we're doing something wrong here.
Talking?
No, me holding the camera. Remember last time they were complaining that it was bobbling too much?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to, because I'm watching you bounce around all over the screen thinking, who the hell is moving this camera?
Okay, that's you.
Okay, here, you hold the camera.
All right, let me get back.
He said
Steve can't hold the camera still because, you know, he's old, and
that's right.
you know, when you get old, you get shaky.
Yeah.
No, I've had a lot of complaints too. So you guys hang in there, because I did buy a tripod and a better camera, and I think it's going to make the video qualities better. The only problem is, you know, I hadn't figured out how to operate it yet. So we'll get
We're mechanics.
We'll get that figured out. And so, yeah, we're not TV guys.
We can fix anything, but setting up a camera and doing all that electrical stuff, that's a different story.
Yeah, and we mainly do these videos. I like to tell you that we do it for you guys, but I really mainly do them because that way I can go back and watch and see if I forgot to do something. All right, so he's putting another
light coat.
Light coat on this, and then we're going to smoosh that on there. And I think it even came with its own bolts, didn't it?
Yep. Oh, yeah, we probably need to get those out before we get too far, huh?
So that's cool. I mean, it looks like it came with everything you need
all right,
to put it together. So that way we ain't got to be hunting around for all kinds of nuts and bolts and washers, and as you know, that can be a pain. And you're going to find a clean rag. We've gone through a lot of rags. Like I said, guys, make sure you get your block clean. That'd be the #1 killer of those bearings when you first start it up.
Yeah, you'd be amazed at how much dirt comes out of your block after the machine shop. They bat it and stuff, but they're not cleaning it.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, if you take your motor to the machine shop and you have them put it together, they'll probably clean it, but
sure.
Yeah. Well, just check it when you get it back. It's good to know. All right, he's putting the front cover part in with the bolts and stuff, so we'll get that put on there and then show you where you go from there. Okay, so we got this on and had these little bolts. And the directions say that they're supposed to be torqued to 96 inch-pounds. Well, I didn't have a socket, so we did them with this Allen wrench. That feels like 96 to me. So we're going to call that good. Say that's on there. If it comes flying off down the racetrack somewhere, then, well, we'll know that we probably shouldn't have did it that way, right? Okay, so now we got Steve. He's reading instructions, and you know how I feel about instructions, so we'll go from there and then get the rest of it, show you how to put that on there, and then we'll degree that cam, so you'll want to stick around for that till the end of the video. Here we go.
So there's a bronze bushing that goes behind your cam plate. Lube that up both sides. Now on this, you need to add some silicone to this, because you don't want oil coming out your bolt holes, getting your belt oily. And that all this does is go up against the face of the cam. So you need to clean this clean this, apply a thin coat of silicone. You can come up here, Tim.
Oh, no, but I'm getting ready to open the door, so
Oh,
I
go
don't want
ahead.
to interrupt your video.
Oh, no, go ahead. Yeah. That's Tim back there.
That's Tulsa Tim.
What is that? That ain't what I think it is it? Oh, God. That's what we need on the video.
What's that?
He had a gonad cup. Oh. I guess he was getting ready to go to the gym or something, and
Oh yeah, he's
I hope that's what he was doing.
all right. So we've applied the silicone. Doug will cut out everything else that was just discussed.
No, probably not.
So we will put this on.
Yeah, I was wondering why Tim had a gonad cup there. I guess he was planning on a bad date. I don't know.
All right. Hey, do we have anything to screw these in with?
Your fingers.
You do see that that's recessed, right?
Yeah.
So my fingers can only get like 3 turns before I can't touch them.
Yeah.
And that silicone's hardening.
So you need a socket, is what you're saying.
That's probably right by. All right. So we've got them all screwed in tight, screwed in hand tight.
Is that your finger? That's my finger in the video. Okay.
So these are in there snug, finger tight.
Yeah.
We need to torque them 26 to 28
Is
foot-pounds.
this where we need to get that in
Yeah,
there
we
to
may
hold the
have to. I'm
cam?
gonna try. Yeah, we're going to try something because 26, 28 foot-pounds,
It's
cam's
spinning
going
the
to
cam.
spin. So what we're going to do is, with Tim's help,
Here's the dilly you made.
we're going to roll this on its side. Because it
It's
doesn't matter which
dirty.
way it's facing. Okay. So Tim, I need your hand.
That's the one he had that thing in.
I want you to. Which way am I turning? I'm going to be turning it this way.
So he's sticking a rubber hose in there that we've supported with a bolt so it don't mess up the cam on the cam lobe.
Hold that
To
on the. You see the cam lobe
put
right
the
there?
cam in a bind so it doesn't spin the
Alright.
cam. So he can get this
I'm gonna
torqued.
spin it to you.
And when it comes up on the lobe, it should hold it.
Okay. There's one. There's 2. There's 3. I'm going to run them one more time, Timothy, before we pull that out. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Will that come out? Do I need to back it up? Oh, you got it. All right. Now there's a bolt in there, so don't sling it like that. That way, you had to do something to get the cam so it wouldn't spin. So let's flip this back up, Tim, if you don't mind. I'm going to need your help this time.
If y'all noticed, usually I'm out here by myself. I'm not by myself today. Got Louisiana Steve and Broken Arrow Tim.
Tulsa Tim.
Tulsa Tim.
Tulsa Tim.
Living on Tulsa Tim. Oh. And if you notice, Tim does not realize that it's 30 degrees outside.
It's like 43.
He's in flip-flops, shorts, and a t-shirt.
All right.
But he does have a nice beard.
So, next we're going to do, according to instructions, torque the adapter bolts. We did all that. We are going to apply a thin layer. We're going to put the outer bronze bushing. Now there's 2 of them. One has a smaller ID. The ODs are both the same. One's smaller. The smaller one would not fit over this, so obviously this is the outside one.
That he got stuck.
We are going to lubricate it.
Lubricate.
Small layer
And
of
just
oil.
so you know, we are using oil with zinc in it.
That's because it makes absolutely no difference.
Yeah.
Other than to Doug. He's Broken Arrow Doug.
I like the zinc.
With zinc.
Yeah.
Because he likes to kill fish.
Carol Shelby likes it.
So we're using Ford Technique on a Chevy Camaro.
And Tim works for zinc, so there you go.
Good point.
If y'all say so. Alright. So now, probably need to lubricate this too. What's it telling me to do? Of course, we got to put all the shims and everything on Now there's supposed to be, what, 8 to 12 thousandths of end play when we do all the shims. Oh, 10 to 15. Jezel includes, 10, 15, 20 thousandths thick shims. 8 to 12 thousandths. Let's put them all on. We're not going to do any final torques or any sealant on any of this stuff. We're going to use them all just to see. That would be on there.
Okay.
And then this seal.
Glad he knows what he's doing.
He watched YouTube.
Oh. I don't know about people that watch YouTube. Well, wait, should I be saying that?
The so probably ought to pull that key out. Where's your side cutters? All right. So right now, all we're doing is mocking it up. We're gonna put some nuts on this so we can check the end play. We'll need a socket for these.
Okay, so we got the nuts on. That's what it looks like so far. So far, no mistakes. That's good. But we're going to check the end play now, right?
Yes.
To see what we got. So let me grab a big screwdriver. Okay, he's setting up the dial indicator so we can check the end play, just like you would check in your crank.
That's too much.
So, and we know we're going to have too much end play in it right now, but
Well, maybe. We'll see.
I'm guessing so.
There could be. So 8 to 10 thousandths is what it's calling for.
Yeah, now I'm going to guess we got 32 thousandths right now.
Now I put every shim that comes with this kit in it. Am I moving?
No, and we're all the way back. Yeah, we're all the way back.
You're all the way back to the back?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 0. Go ahead and pull it forward. Are you watching the camera?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Oh, yeah. So we're at 40 thousandths.
Okay, so how much too big is that? I said 32.
Well, it's supposed to be between 8 and 10. Or 8 and 12. So we need to take some shims out of there.
Yeah.
So let's pull some shims out.
Okay, we got torque wrench set to 96. We got the plate on. We got the nuts on. And we're going to see what happens here. Oh, that don't make a very loud click, does it? But we can hear it.
Yep.
Okay. This is where you hold your breath, hoping you don't strip or snap one off.
You really don't realize how little I'm pushing on this.
Okay, we're at 96. Now we'll check the end play again, because we put all that silicone in there. I want to make sure.
We didn't push it out too far.
And if we did, then we have to pull it off, clean up all the silicone mess, and go again.
Hold on.
Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm just coming in here. You can see the cam lobe, putting a screwdriver in there, pushing it that way. Then I can get on this lobe and push it back. So we'll get the dial thing set up here, and you'll be able to see what we got. Let's try to get it on 0.
Really? All right. Put it darn close. Hold on.
Flip it. All right, here we go. Drum roll.
Just do it.
This is a Nike commercial.
Stop. Let go. You don't just keep prying. So that's 11 thousandths. Supposed to be 8 to 10. Do it again. Yep, 11 thousandths. Or 8 to a 12, I mean. So we're good.
Bottom on. Do you got the keyway in there already?
This one is. So we're going to slide this in. Word of advice, when you're doing this, you're going to need something to drive this in. Let me get this oiled up.
Oiled up. He likes to oil stuff up. Okay.
I don't want to damage the seal putting this in.
No, don't want to damage the seal.
Because that's the only thing keeping this a dry system is the oil seal. So we got oil. Hopefully that's oil and not silicone. Now when we put this on, okay, this has to be driven on. So before you start, which would be nice if Doug had a hammer.
We had to make a tool for it.
But I don't know if this hammer is going to work.
Use the old claw hammer.
Feels like it's
And you know when it's on when you push the crank through the back of the motor, right?
Yeah. That feels like it's seated.
I seen it go back. I didn't really hear it change tone though. But
I mean your keyway's flush, so that's
probably where it needs to be.
yeah. Go ahead and hit cut. Let's verify. 4, 5, 16, 12, 20.
Okay, so we had to turn this lower pulley till the number 6 piston was at top dead center, and there's a little dot right there that's kind of hard to see, and you want that dot at the 12 o'clock position. And now we're ready to put the top pulley on the motor.
Boy, personally, I would rather let's
Okay. So he's putting the other plate inside this one and putting the nuts on it.
I'm going to line it up so we're at 0 right there.
Okay.
Pretty close right there. Snug those down, just finger tight. You can tighten those once it's tight. We do need our left-handed nut.
Yeah, don't forget, it is a left-handed nut. Unlike Steve, he is left-handed. And, well, you know, you can figure it from there.
A bag in a bag. See, if they caution you all the way through this, there's directions saying it's a left-handed thread.
That makes me think people's had problems with that.
Yeah, and it even has left-handed thread on the nut itself, which is good because you will forget.
When they go to engrave it into the metal, they're serious.
So, where's the belt? Oh, gotta get the belt open.
I got the nut, the left-handed nut. I got it in my left hand.
All right, I'm gonna steal your seat so don't just go plopping down.
Okay.
My leg! Oh, wait.
Well, we'll never see that again.
There we go. Where's your dot?
My dot's at the 12 o'clock position.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, they should have painted that dot white.
Yeah. Okay.
So this part's pretty much just like putting on a small block Chevy timing chain. It's a pretty stout looking belt that comes with it.
Yeah. They're actually called HTD belts.
Why is that?
Well, HTD is actually a high torque drive belt. And oh boy. Okay, let's do it like that.
So,
and we use them in the industry all the time. 12 o'clock. At our 12 o'clock. Slide this belt. And that's the advantage of the, other than being putting it on. I'm going to be a tooth off.
Yeah, and if it looks like he's struggling with this part, it's because he is.
Let's go one more tooth this way. There we go. But it's like the chain. It'll handle any torque that you can put into it here.
And it's going to help putting this belt drive on there. It's going to help reduce the harmonics that from your crank and cam and stuff. So that's a kind of a bonus.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to run the RPMs that Steve is forcing me to run out of this motor, then you kind of need a little help here.
All righty. We're not quite there yet. We're getting there. I'm not all the way in place. Where's that nut?
It's pretty tight, so you won't be able to call this belt slap.
Yeah, when it gets...
Don't forget, it's left-handed. If you wonder why they use left-handed, it's because of the rotation of the motor. Okay, let me get you a wrench for that socket. Okay, so it's all on there. And he did crank it over, rotate it over 360 degrees about 4 or 5 times, just so we can make sure everything.
We need to tighten all these down.
So that's all we got left is just set this where we want it, tighten these down, and that's how you install a Jezel gear drive, external belt drive, thingy majigger deal thing. That's it.
And see, the belts are tight, so at a high RPM, even the chain will start flapping a little bit because it's driving this direction. So this side will be tight, but this side will flap on the chain, and you get that resonance in, plus just a regular resonance from the crank will be transferred to your cam. And it's just a lot of wear and tear that you don't need. These are designed more for high speed or high RPMs, and it'll help out in the long run. So let's get in her.
So all we got left is we still got to torque that.
Yep, we got to torque that, and then adjust this to the right.
But that's it. That's how you do it, if you was wondering. So that's Doug with Rusted Wrench Garage. Hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the next video because we're going to show you how to dial in a cam. That's something else that's critical. Degree of cam. All right, well, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, just type them in there, and please subscribe.